This is a demo of exercise 4.4. It is on page 170 of the textbook. This exercise is to calculate the delivery rate of a package. The package rate is calculated based on the following schedule. If the package weight is up to 2 pounds, it will be charged $15. If the package is over 2 pounds, but up to 100 pounds, it will be charged $5 for each pound or fraction over the weight of 2 pounds. However, a surcharge of $15 will be applied to the package over 70 pounds. Lastly, if the package is over 100 pounds, there will be no delivery. Now let's build the scripts. First, let's create the head comments. If you have the template file, so you open it up, and you just need to fill it out. So what I'm going to do is to name it as mail.m as the file name. So as a purpose, I just copy paste the questions and make some simplification. So here we go. And make sure you will add these percentage sign at the very beginning to make it at a comments. Okay. There you go. And as for the record of revision, and you can add today's date, which is February 12th, 2018, and you will put your name there. Make sure don't put my name in your code. And over here, you just need to write either original code, or if you want to make it like version 1.0, that's fine. Next is to define variables. At this point, we know that there will be two variables we'll be using all the time, which is weight, and this is the weight of the package. And the next will be the rate, the delivery rate of the package. Okay, we finished the head comment. Next, we're going to build the script. However, I will not write the code right away. Instead, I will just formulate these so-called pseudocode. So pseudocode should be the solution of the problem. It's how you're going to solve the problem. And I will look like this exercise from a different angle. So instead of calculating the rate first and then find out that the package is over 100 pounds and let's say it's not deliverable, I will check the weight first to see if it is deliverable first. And then if it is not deliverable, which is over 100 pounds, then I will just output says the package is not deliverable because it is over 100 pounds. Otherwise, I will start to calculate the rate. And then when I calculate the rate, I will make a few scenarios. The first is that the weight is up to 2 pounds, and then next is up to 70 pounds, and then the next is up to 100 pounds. Okay, so here we go. So we start to write up the pseudocode, and in this case we will make pseudocode in the form of comments. And of course, the first thing we're going to do is ask user to enter the weight. So that's the first thing we need to do. Once we did that, the next step will be check if the weight is over 100 pounds. And the next thing we're going to do is, if so, display the message package over 100 pounds is not deliverable. All right. Then the next is we're dealing with a package that is less than or equal to 100 pounds. If the package is up to 100 pounds, do the following. To calculate the weight. First, check if the weight is less than or equal to 2 pounds. And so far you will say if so, the rate will be $15. Say otherwise, which is the weight is over 2 pounds, calculate the rate using the equation $15 plus, because the $5 is charged to any weight above 2 pounds. All right. So at this point, we don't have to worry about if the weight is over 100 pounds because it will not get to this state. It will be checked up on the top. All right. So when this is done, we have to do a last check to check if the weight is over 70 pounds. So we will add a surcharge of $15. And lastly, what we are going to do is display the rate. All right, so this is a pseudocode. I think it's very easy to understand. Now we're going to translate it into the MATLAB code. So let's look at the first pseudocode. It says ask user to enter the weight. So we can use the input function to do that. So what we're going to do is weight equals input, and you have to provide a prompt. The prompt is please enter the weight in pounds. I always add a comma and space. So that's it. So the next step is, since we got the weight, we need to check if it is over 100 pounds. At this point, we can use the if statement. So this is how we do it. So we say if weight is greater than 100 pounds. Okay, so make sure you use greater than, not greater than or equal to, because 100 pounds is still deliverable. So if this is a case, then what we're going to do is here. So that will be the comment of the code that when the condition is met. So we will display the message. So to display the message, we use fprintf. So try to avoid use disp, this function. So we'll say the package is over 100 pounds. It is not deliverable. And we make sure you add a new line character in the end, and done. So the next is, say, if the package is up to 100 pounds. So in this case, we're going to use the else keyword here. So anything below else will be the weight less than or equal to 100 pounds. All right, so we just need to re-indent the comment, and then we will say, okay, the next step will be check if the weight is less than or equal to 2 pounds. So we'll say, let's check. If weight is less than or equal to, because this means up to 2 pounds, and we will use a flat rate of $15. Otherwise, we would do using the another equation to calculate rate. So I will just reposition the pseudocode here. That will be the explanation, the comments of this statement. So we'll have else. At this point, any code after this else will be dealing with the weight above 2 pounds. So, okay. And then we're going to use the so-called the equation like that. So I think we will just reorganize the comment and make it more readable. All right, so the rate will be $15 plus anything above it. So actually you can basically copy paste. All right. So at this point, for this if statement, there should be an end of it. So that's how you calculate the rate. However, there's still one thing you need to do is to check if the package is over 70 pounds so that you will apply a surcharge. So this is how you do it. You have another if statement here. And then you will say have a rate. And this is how you add the surcharge. So this statement meaning that you will add 15 on the value of rate and then assign the new value to the variable rate. And this is very typical in programming, and it doesn't make sense in the math, but it's actually a very popular statement in computer programming. And all right, up to this point, you have calculated the rate. Now, the next step is to display the rate. In this case, you will see at this point you will use fprintf, and you will put some prompt. So let's see, the rate for the package of certain pounds. So in this case, I think it's anything above anything between 0 to 100 pound. So I will give it a format of 5.1, which means that we will display up to 0.1 pound in resolution. Okay, that will be the dollar sign here. So we will add a dollar, and then we add the number. So it can be, I think it's about a couple $100. So you will use, let's say within $1,000, there will be 4 digits for the integers and 2 digits for the decimals. Altogether is 6 digits. If we include the decimal, there will be 7. So it will be 7.2f /n. That will be the new line. So before that, I will add a period, and then so there will be 2 values you need to supply. One is for the weight, and the other is the rate. Okay, so up to now, you will print the rate. So this is 2 scenarios. One is a weight above 100, and the other is a weight less than 100. So we will close the if statement. And that's the end of this script. Next, we're going to save the file. So we go to save and save as, and I give it name as mail.m. And here you go.